Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Florida State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him. Tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook is short pack.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. So Wake Forest's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side. You
know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Got his man downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Man, he can't escape, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
He looks that one in nicely. Tackled immediately after the catch. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, put more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
The Demon Deacons will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Noles line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
This one's complete. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how he...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground. Now taking these shots down the field, but I gotta protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play, the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. From the gun, running back on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Pressure coming. A strike downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes his connection.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Noles are flying down the field. To the air on 1st down. Coming after it. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done where you hand them the football and big.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Noles! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense set for a 1st down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. On target over the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
And when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Seminoles. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Florida State 14, Wake Forest 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think
fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Florida State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
there is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
Wake Forest 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Tosses it incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Looking to throw on second down. They're bringing heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Catches it at the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really... And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warren.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, no! And the punishment has been extended.
Number 20.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Makes the score. Florida State 28. Wake Forest 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you, and attack them.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Still running at the 40. Afterburner's coming. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Demon Deeks.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
How about the coverage on the back end? Great job. Everybody's plastered to the receiver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goodness gracious, he had all day to throw the football. No offensive line can hold up that long. Nice job continuing to pursue the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll get rid of it. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Going to the running game. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He finds his man, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida State.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab over the middle. Touchdown Seminoles! And the beatdown has ensued. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
35, Wake Forest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Trying to find his man on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they had to light the scoreboard up because the opposing offense came to play, their offense got it done. And as a result, they stay undefeated.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Wake Forest has it back in. In offense. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting, keep throwing the football, try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Trying to get to it. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Finds his man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Demon Deacons with the 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Zings it complete to the right. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
A loss of 12 on the play.
This is what an elite team does. They know